Is that the right word?
It's not like a pain in the ass to get anywhere.
Yeah. Takes like an hour to get to a mic in LA from North Hollywood.
Yeah. Here, everything's on 6th Street. You barely have to move. You barely have to drive. There's like, how many clubs there
Where here?
on 6th Street?
One, two, like 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's great. Hate hate LA. It's like everyone's there because they have like they monopolize success. They took it out of every town and put it in LA, and now it's like we don't need them anymore.
Yeah, like the Comedy Store model was kind of like outdated.
Universal. Oh, outdated. I mean, that's the model that they're using at the mothership.
Not outdated, but like I don't know what I mean.
I mean, it's like perfect for that
Or
specific
it's
scenario.
I feel like it's going back to what it should be. Like once all those big people left, now they're like giving it back to the door guys and the people like they're like developing more
Yeah, it's like
younger
for
people
it's
now.
for like the younger talent now and
Yeah,
not just like the superstars to play around in.
yeah, for sure. I know.
Is that better?
I think so. I have a few friends that work there now that are getting great stage time and opening up the main room for 5 minutes and
Nice.
shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's better that everyone left because it was like it was toxic just to have everyone there and everyone competing for the same spots. It's like this should be in multiple cities.
And there wasn't that many spots. Like it was all like shitty bar shows and backyard stuff, and
Yeah.
they weren't like
That's the same with New York too. All the best crowds are at professional shows. If you want to go to a comedy show, you don't go to like a local shit show. You're
yeah,
like, oh, I want to see comedy. Let's go 5 more minutes on the subway to find an actual show
yeah.
from a professional club.
Like I was, you know Dante Chang. Do you remember him?
Yes.
I was hosting at one of his mics for a while, and right before I left, I got up at the Laugh Factory a couple times on a couple of his shows. But other than that, like you couldn't just get those spots. You had to like know someone.
Yeah. And then it's just becomes about knowing people. And then your comedy is just like an ancillary part of your comedy. Your real focus is like knowing people and climbing the ladder and being seen and
Also,
getting
we were
people to like you.
we were paying for mics too. That was a big
That's a big no-no.
disadvantage.
Well, I think it makes sense just because if you go to a bar and there's like 20 people just, you know,
I yeah, I see
yucking
that.
it up
I
and
I
just
like that part.
ruining the atmosphere with their shitty comedy, you're
Yeah,
driving away customers.
yeah,
So then you should pay something, but I think a lot of that money went to the host.
yeah. I like how like because they paid to be there, like they paid attention, so it was kind of constructive. But like after a
Yeah.
while, you were just like hanging with your friends and doing
Yeah.
doing mics with the same people.
You're just paying for the air conditioning and
Yeah,
the roof.
like I don't feel like I was getting
You
better.
could do that same mic here
Yeah,
or anywhere.
but the mics here,
I mean, like in a house.
yeah,
It just would feel weird. Something about the venue, like, oh, you're going to a professional place. Now you can't act crazy, but if you're in a house, it's like
yeah,
it doesn't feel as good as a bar.
yeah. Like a lot of these brewery shows here, like it's just too loud and there's too much going on in the background for it to be a good comedy show, you know?
Yeah, but I think like the number of shitty shows in Austin is far fewer than a lot of other cities.
I've been to Denver. There's a few good shows there, but I haven't been to New York yet.
I mean, it's just that people in Austin are excited about comedy. The audiences here are amazing.
Well, they're coming here for it. It's like insane.
Yeah, and they're like learning how to take jokes. They're not just like, reacting based on keywords. They're like listening and
Yeah,
figuring out who you are, and they're so charitable.
yeah.
They'll take the best light.
Like one of my favorite things is seeing someone like Brian Holtzman go up here, like not for like people that haven't seen him,
Yeah.
and just seeing how they react to that guy. And it's always like hit or miss, but like they
Yeah.
don't know what they're seeing. And it's like, I don't know. I like that here.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're so it's like an European coming to America and coughing on everyone with smallpox.
Yeah,
They have no immune system for shitty comedy,
yeah, for
which is
sure.
good because then
There's
you build up a crustiness to real comedy.
we have a lot of that here too, though.
What shitty comedy?
Yeah, not a lot, but there's some.
There's a lot
Yeah,
more coming in every day.
I know it's
Chances are, if you're successful and funny in your city, you're not going to want to move to a completely new city and start over.
yeah,
So the people that move are usually not that good.
yeah. There's a lot of it's like every week there's new people here.
Yeah. Can you plug in that cord that's going into the thing?
This one?
Yeah, not to to the camera. There we go. And can you move it a little bit to my right? A little more, a little more, and then plug it back in again. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, I think in the beginning of Austin, a lot of people were coming in because it was everything else was closed. So I think some people moved here and they were good.
That's why I came. I think that's why I came here.
Yeah,
But like, it was I came 3 times and it was like picking up each time. So it
yeah,
was like this. At first, I didn't want to come here, but then by the second time I visited, I was like, this is where we should be.
yeah. This is so much better than LA right now. I mean, if you're gonna like do the non-pandemic thing, you should just fucking do it. You shouldn't just have like, oh, we're doing a mic on the sidewalk and everyone has to wear masks. It's like, fuck it. We're gonna get it.
There's a couple sidewalk mics here that
There were
there are.
right now.
I think there's one.
Yeah,
It's like
there's one.
at midnight.
But it's like there's no point in half-assing it. That's what I think is like during the pandemic, I was like, oh, if you guys aren't gonna do this shit, then why am I gonna suffer through it?
Yeah,
There's no point in one person quarantining when everyone else isn't.
yeah, for sure. Like that.
So
That's how it was in LA. Like, and no one knew what to do. Like, some people wanted to go out and do comedy, and other people
yeah,
were
I
like,
mean, it takes discipline to be like, I'm not gonna go out and go to Red Lobster every night and, consume things to make myself feel better for not creating anything. And then if you're tired of doing that, if staying in, if you can't do that because you're, mentally weak, then you're just gonna go out. And a lot of people, I think in America, don't know how to just be alone and sit still because they're always like constantly moving and going crazy, and they had to go out. It's
dude,
like
I
part of
love
their
that alone
culture.
time. That was awesome.
I had a great time.
Like getting free money and just sitting down.
Yeah, I was richer than I
Yeah,
ever
dude, I have
was.
more money and I was fucking
Like, is
actually
this all it took?
buying good groceries
Like
and fucking
$2,000 a month?
yeah, it was
That's
amazing.
all I
And
need.
then it ran out, and I was like, I
I got
can't.
unemployment too. I got like pretty good unemployment.
Yeah, I got the extra 600, and I got all of it for fucking months.
I
And
know,
then
I could have done more,
and
but
then
I was like, there's no way it's that easy to just get money. And turns out it
I
was,
should
and I
have
just missed out on 2 months of free money.
yeah, I should have did something with some of that money. Like, I just blew it all. And
Well, that's part of
it
it.
was
I think you have to go through that to get to using money responsibly.
yeah, like there's a few people I know here that were like, I invested some and I won on the stocks.
But if you're panicky and poverty stricken, then you gotta like just go, ah. And then once you settle down, you're like, okay, I have the Tiger and the Lamborghini. Now what do I want to do?
Yeah. Like, I saved some of it, but I didn't like do anything with it. I like
Yeah. Well, you probably should get more money.
yeah,
It's
I
probably
know.
not enough that you got.
It's not. I had enough to come here and like survive for a few months. So it got me that.
That's all
But
you need.
yeah,
It's amazing how little we need.
I know. It's nice here. It's way more cheap
Yeah,
than
and you
LA.
can live like a human.
I
You don't
know.
have to like stuff yourself in a tiny closet and
It was all about working in
you get a
LA.
backyard and you
Every
get to air your balls out and shave your pubes outside.
Go sit in the river like a lazy piece of shit.
You're not supposed to do that.
You don't sit in the river?
The river's like toxic.
Yeah, I don't go. I just figured that's what people do. But I would never do that.
You mean in LA?
No, here.
Here? Yeah.
It
The
doesn't
fucking river's all dammed up. They have this beautiful river and they just fucking the best part of a river is it flows. And if it doesn't flow, it doesn't keep itself clean. And they just have this giant dam. It's like we have enough electricity. We don't need to dam up rivers. It kills the wildlife. Have you seen the documentary Damnation?
no.
It's on Netflix. I saw it and now I'm anti-dam, but I don't know how much we actually need dams.
Like,
People seem to like dams.
everything's too crazy. There's too many documentaries. It's all everything. Like I saw a story about, or it was like a movie about a McDonald's worker, or no, a guy. He would call like fast food places and tell them like one of their employees was stealing,
Mm-hmm.
and he would somehow coerce the manager into like strip searching their employee.
I saw that documentary.
And then I never heard of the story ever. And then like 2 days later, after I watched the documentary, it's like there's a Netflix movie on it. It's like, why have I never heard of all this crazy shit that happens?
Yeah, I don't know. Some people don't like hearing about that shit, so they keep it down. They're like, "Oh, we're that easily manipulatable,
Yeah, manipulatable,
manipulatable,
manipulable. Are
manipulable."
we recording?
Yeah,
Nice.
I hope so. Yeah, I think it was a really disturbing story because this manager wanted to do this to his poor little employee and just like have his hands all over her.
Well, it was crazy how dumb these people were. That they
Which
were
person? The
the
manager?
the manager,
Well, how is he dumb? He's doing it on purpose.
but the guy on the phone was saying he was a cop, and he was like, "You have to strip search your." And it was like a 17-year-old female employee, and and they were like, "I don't want to do it," and they like somehow
Yeah, I
got
mean,
him to do it over the
I know,
phone.
like with the structure of corporations and like hierarchy, you're like, oh, well, he's my boss. He can do whatever he wants.
That's pretty much what it was, and it
Yeah, it's
was
gross.
yeah, it was
No,
pretty.
there should be no hierarchy, or we should severely limit hierarchy in
Or just
everyday life.
don't work at McDonald's. That would be a start.
Um, I think people are just bursting sexually. They want to like fucking touch each other. And if there's a dude on the phone that's telling you to do that, then it's like,
It's
oh, okay,
true.
I want to do
Everyone's
that
too horny
anyways.
now.
And
Austin's like
nobody's
fucking.
fucking,
Everyone in Austin's fucking.
not compared to Brazil. I mean, we're fucking in the south of America, puritanical country, in the most puritanical part of it.
Where do you think fucks the most?
Probably like Africa or
Yeah,
South
I was
America.
gonna say Africa. Probably.
I mean, you have that dick, you're gonna want to use it.
The big
Who do you think's fucking the least? Probably like I would say I would say like
people in Ohio.
yeah, somewhere like poor but not too poor because if you're too poor then you're gonna start fucking because you're bored.
Poor people fuck a lot.
Yeah, but if you're like too rich then I think that could also fuck up your sexuality.
Yeah, you start liking weird shit.
Yeah.
You start like going after like animals and kids.
You get bored of pussy.
Yeah, you're like, pussy's no good anymore. I need
You gotta
something.
take something from someone.
Yeah, I
Like
need to
Jeffrey
ruin.
Epstein.
Yeah, I need to ruin someone's life to get off.
Where did you see that documentary?
It was on Netflix or something. Maybe Netflix
It
or
was a
Hulu.
long
It was
time ago, right?
no, it was a couple months ago.
Oh shit, I saw it a long time. That was a long time ago.
I think the documentary was old that I never saw, but the
Yeah.
movie that they made about it was recent. The movie was
It's
even
just fucked
weirder
up.
because like they had to like have like this girl like naked in this office, like reenacting the whole shit.
I think I saw it
So
on Dateline or something, and then
yeah,
like his wife would come in and see this naked girl, and then she would be like, "Oh, I just needed an envelope," and then walk out.
yeah, like
And they
no
were
one.
suing her too. Like, you should have known something was happening.
Well, he would target like small towns, so like people are kind of dumber there, right?
Yeah, but if you see your husband with a naked woman and you just go, "Oh, that's normal." I bet she was getting off on it. Like, "Oh yeah, she's getting touched. My husband's touching
I
her.
hope this guy calls back.
Does it for me." Yeah, I think that girl was dumb too.
Yeah, I would have left. She should have been like, "No, I quit McDonald's right
Yeah,
now. Call the cops."
but you know, it's kind of fucked up. If you're, it's like a sunk cost fallacy. It's like, oh well, he made me take off my shoes. I might as well take off my shirt.
Oh, what? A sunk what?
Sunk cost fallacy.
What is that?
It's like if you have already paid for something, then you can get them to pay $100 more because they already paid for it.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, I already lost money on this. I need to get that money back. So let me keep spending money on it, and maybe something good will happen at the end that'll make it all worth it.
Wasn't that how people get rich?
Investing.
Yeah, losing and betting more. I don't know how things work. I'm kind of stupid.
Yeah, I guess people do get money from sunk cost fallacy, but it can also make you poor because then you spend all your money.
Yeah, I've been spending money on. I went to Vegas, and after going to Vegas for like 4 days, it made me like spend money frivolously when I got back. Like nothing that
Vegas is a state of mind.
yeah, it's I could see how you could do anything there. You could ruin your life in a weekend. It's fucking
Yeah.
crazy. You could shoot a tank. They have tanks. It's insane.
You can shoot from inside a tank out, or you can shoot at a tank.
In the tank.
Oh,
There's like
nice.
a military like shooting range there.
Yeah, that's fun. I love that that exists. There should be a place where you can do anything. It's just sad because there's so many homeless people there.
I know. I just found that out that they're like living under the street. I saw an
Oh
Instagram
yeah.
video. There's like tunnels of people. I didn't know that.
I don't know how common that is, but I know that they exist. I don't know if it's the majority of people. I think majority of people just live above ground. But
True.
during the summer, I bet you have to live underground.
Time to go down below.
But then they have to get food. People are like, why don't you just be homeless in the suburbs? Why you meet like 10 people a
Dude,
fucking day there.
Vegas is weird because it's just the city and then it's just flat like suburbs for a bit and then it just stops and then there's nothing.
Yeah, it's like, why did you choose to stop here?
Yeah, my girlfriend was like, I want to move here. I was like, we're not moving to Vegas. Like that would be terrible.
Mm, yeah. But it's like at some point you have to be like, okay, we don't have enough money for that part. We're just gonna draw a line around this part.
Yeah, let's go to the poor part of Vegas.
I meant like the outskirts,
Oh,
like the part where it turns into desert.
just
That'd be
go just
cool
go start your own town.
if you had like a backyard that was an entire desert. That's how Salt Lake City is too.
Never been there.
It's like pink, the lake, and then people just stop. They're like, okay, this is the end of the town.
It's kind of
And
depressing.
yeah, it's like there's no more people over there. This is the end of our programming.
They fuck a lot there, I think.
Some of them do.
No?
Mormons,
Yeah,
super religious people, no, they have a tight control on sexuality.
but don't they have like tons of wives?
Yeah. Well, how often can one guy fuck multiple women?
True.
I mean,
Okay, bad take then. No fucking in Utah.
no Utah fucking. That was a hot take. So, what do you do to write jokes?
I just try to take stuff from my life
Yeah.
and turn it into something, make it into a joke because I've a lot of stupid shit that I've done or been through and I try I try not to write like one-liners that like don't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I want to I try to write stuff that I can keep for a while and
Yeah.
still
So,
use that's like still relevant.
so you don't want to just come up with a joke about like how, Ovaltine or like how dog food tastes weird, or
Yeah, that's not really
you're not
my
like writing jokes just to write jokes like a Tonight Show
yeah,
writer.
that's not really my style.
You want to have jokes that have an emotional punch where some guy like fucked you over and you're like, this is why you're an idiot.
Yeah,
And you want to take it out, revenge on stage.
yeah. Like right now I'm trying to write one about how um well, first of all, apparently I carry gum on me and I'm trying to write a joke now about how it's like so the past couple nights like a couple friends have asked for gum and I'm like I have gum but it's like loose and they're like what do you mean? And I have like a bag and I have like a pouch in the bag that has like loose gum because I buy the big bag
Yeah.
and um apparently it's like weird that I have loose gum and offer it to people and
So is it an individual wrappers?
no it's just pieces of gum.
It's in a little bag.
Yeah, I keep like a little pouch of the individual pieces
What's
and
the pouch made of?
it's like a little plastic like container.
Like a cup?
Yeah, like a little like a Tic Tac sort of case.
Oh, so
And
you bought your own gum container
well, I got the big bag
and then you dump it into your
and you dump a
little
little bit in, and people think that's weird. They're like, I don't want your loose gum.
loose gum,
So I just try to,
free range gum,
yeah, I just try to write shit about my weird shit.
organic, pasture raised gum. That's crazy. I mean, it takes an extra level of fuckery to do it, and people are so used to like corporatized hygienic, like sterilized shit.
I didn't touch the gum. I just dumped it into the
I
thing.
know.
And would you take
They,
my loose gum?
yeah,
See?
I
That's
have faith. I drink tap water.
yeah.
I eat food off the ground sometimes. If it fell just recently. Yeah, people are like really sterilized and like they're very corporatized. Like they don't want anything with a human touch on it because that's dirty.
All your sushi is touched. Every time
Sushi?
sushi, whenever you go out and get sushi, they don't have gloves on. They touch every piece of fish, you know?
Yeah.
But we all eat
If
that.
you're eating sushi from someone who wears gloves, that's bad
It's not
sushi.
good.
That's white people sushi.
How do you write jokes?
I think of something that annoys me or like something stupid that a TSA agent did or like a flight attendant. I think flight attendants are the worst. They're always trying to check your bags for no reason. And
Have you ever gotten caught with anything at the airport?
no, not really. They let you bring in pretty much anything nowadays.
Yeah, it's true. You could fly with weed and
Mushrooms,
shrooms and
acid, maybe.
pens.
Yeah, it's just they have like an attitude sometimes and like I don't know. I don't like Americans with power. They just try to take as much as they can.
Yeah, you make $13 an hour. Like
Yeah. This is how they make up for it
yeah, you were not
by yelling at people.
part of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Kind of, I guess. It's how you are, but
But
you're.
chances are you're not going to catch anything because people are flying every day and nothing ever happens.
Did you get COVID?
Yeah, like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I had it twice. I was like, in it was after I got vaccinated too. I got vaccinated just so I can like perform at some place, and
Yeah.
I ended up getting it anyway.
But don't you think it was less severe because you got vaccinated?
Yeah, for sure. The second time I got it, I didn't feel anything.
Yeah,
I was just like normal for. I just
it
had.
was just like uh bureaucratic, like, oh, technically I have COVID.
Yeah, it was just like in me. I didn't have a fever or anything.
I think as long as you got past the first 3, 4 months, then it kind of died down. It kind of became less strong.
Yeah,
And now I don't even know what's going on.
people are still getting it, and it's weird. It's like I have COVID. It's like, all right, come on out. It's okay. You can come to the comedy clubs.
Yeah, and I have gonorrhea, so what? Just don't kiss me. Um, Mario about to get a fuggy after the pool.
Oh, what?
This is the Joe Rogan podcast circa 2004, people say. It's a chat going.
Oh, there's people watching us live.
Yeah, it's live.
Are
Did
they
I not
saying
say that?
anything? But no, you didn't. You didn't even tell me we started recording.
Well,
You
that's how
started.
everyone does it.
Oh, you just started talking.
Yeah, haven't you seen Pete Holmes or Mark Maron or Joe Rogan?
Yeah, like I just kind of started in the middle of
Yeah.
a thought. Did anybody say anything bad about me?
People said something good about you. Wouldn't you rather focus on that?
True. Did anybody say anything good about me yet?
Probably.
Oh, you don't read them? You just let them come in?
No. I mean, that's what Joe Rogan did circa 2004, is he didn't read the chat.
I heard he still doesn't read the comments.
Yeah.
He said he doesn't read anything, which is
Yeah.
smart. Do you? Do you
I
go on
try
the
not to.
do you go on the Kill Tony Reddit?
No, not on the Reddit. The Reddit is hates me.
Yeah, the place is a
They hate
fucking
everyone.
yeah, they hate everyone if they just go there to
But
complain.
I read the Instagram comments.
Those are usually fine.
Yeah, those are positive, but I know what I hate about myself. I think it's I think you just gotta keep yourself honest. And I think the internet just wants to keep you honest all the time, but you can't just be keeping yourself honest. You also have to like take flights of fancy and be creative and make creative leaps and just being like, oh, I have a big tooth or whatever
Yeah.
isn't going to help you do that. So I think it's a good part to have. I don't think you should not have the part that's critical of yourself, but I don't think that should be 100% of your self-talk.
Yeah.
I think that's a very small part, small but important, and the internet just wants to be that for you, especially the American internet.
Yeah.
I really hate
They're like, we
Americans.
want you to kill yourself. Or,
Yeah, I think America is just a crazy country. I think we're just like survival is a privilege. So if there's someone that's like doing great and you're just barely surviving, you're like, why does this guy get to have great things and I'm barely surviving. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. Hater
He
nation.
doesn't deserve it. Human rights, because human rights is like a prize that you get in America. It's not something that you have like in Scandinavia. You're like, oh, I'm Scandinavian. I'm a part of the community. But here it's just like we don't need you.
Yeah.
So do something quick.
You have to earn it, you piece of shit.
Yeah. Which I think is good because, you know, it makes you feel badass, but I think mostly it's bad.
Yeah.
Because even if you're successful in it, you have this toxic mentality of like, I conquered other people.
Yeah. Like I don't
And
want to beat my friends. I just want
yeah.
to.
And all successful people eventually have to have a fuel source that isn't toxic, that isn't about destroying humans. But yeah, I mean, I don't read the comments now.
Nice. You shouldn't. None of you should read them on the show. Like none of the regulars should read the comments
I
because
think that people are suffering, and that's what I take from it. It's like, oh,
it's just like a
people are sad.
they don't. I don't think they realize that there's like they're like actual people that they're talking about.
Yeah,
They just
it's
think it's like
theoretical. I mean,
characters
we
in a
do
show.
comedy all the time.
Yeah.
We talk to people all the time. These people, they might talk to two people all day,
Yeah.
and they're people that they already know,
They're just like
and they're
in
having nothing conversations. They're not trying to say the craziest shit to each other.
yeah, they're just in Idaho and they're pissed that they're not in Austin. So I'm gonna leave a comment. Like, just stop.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll enjoy the beautiful scenic scenes in Idaho. It must be perfect there right now. If it's like 100 and whatever here,
It's
there.
actually probably nice and peaceful in Idaho, but they don't have shit to do there.
Yeah.
So
I was out in the woods or in the desert camping, and it's fun and it's great. It's great for you as a human, but you know, we have brains and prefrontal cortexes that need something more than just, oh, I'm surviving.
yeah, you
Like you
shouldn't.
need to connect with the internet and like Beyonce and all that shit that we know is out there. Once you know it's out there, to choose not to go into it is kind of hard to do. But unless you're crazy,
Yeah, you have to be crazy to go live in the woods
yeah,
forever.
yeah,
But didn't you live on the in your van like
yeah, for
on the
like
road,
6 months at max.
out in the wilderness?
Yeah, probably like 2 months or 3 months or something. It wasn't a long time. I mean, I was like a tourist, but I
It was
enjoyed it.
fun. It looked like fun.
Thank you. You knew me from back then, right?
Yeah, you stopped in LA for a minute,
Oh yeah, is that where we met?
briefly. I saw you at like a backyard open mic
Is that the
slash,
Mexican guy
yeah.
that had his Mexican family there?
Hmm.
There, that was a cool show. A lot of people came out.
Yeah, he built that thing up for a couple months. Like during the pandemic, like, that was one of like the cool spots to go. Like it was actually a
I
fun
go to
mic.
this Mexican backyard.
His dad would sell hot chocolate for $1, and
I
there was
know,
like
and they were so Mexican or like so dad-like. Like he barely spoke English, and it was just positive energy.
yeah, and there was a pupusa lady right on the corner, like fucking best food you can get up there,
But it
and
was in the suburbs. There was nothing but houses for
yeah,
miles.
it was like north of like north of North Hollywood. It, like just keeps getting more Mexican. Like it was like he lived up in like Silmar or something, and
Yeah, I think that was Silmar.
but you
And then
weren't.
you have to go past. Do you have to go past the pass to get there?
Yeah, but you weren't there for too long, were you?
No, I left in like November or December. Can I get that water? Thank
Where'd you
you.
go after that?
After, oh, I went to Superstition Mountain, Joshua Tree, camped out there for a while. Then I went to Yuma, stayed with my friend. And then from Yuma, I went to like New Mexico, went to Carlsbad Cavern and Mount Superstition, or Mount Guadalupe Mountain.
Did you do comedy along the way?
No, I did comedy in Tucson for a little bit with my friend who I did meth with.
Nice. You did meth?
Yeah, I tried it. Yeah.
You smoked it?
Yeah. A
Nice.
little crack pipe.
How was that?
It was good. It was like you could feel the energy, but it wasn't like a good source of energy. I didn't feel like it was a healthy source of energy, but I had energy.
You only did it once?
Yeah.
Nice. Smoked meth once. That's like I want to smoke meth once,
Yeah, everyone should smoke meth once.
but like I've done heroin a bunch. So like I
What
don't think
which
I
is better, a bunch of heroin or meth once?
probably a bunch of heroin. I'd probably take like if you had an Oxycontin right. I mean, I'd probably do it. Not heroin, but yeah.
You're not afraid of being addicted? Because I feel like that's more addictive.
No, I've taken a couple Percocets here and there over the but it's been forever. It's not really on my
Do you think you have like a personality type that is good with painkillers and opiates because you're very chill and it makes you more chill?
no, yeah, it's a bad combo because it just makes me chiller. But it's been forever, so it's like not even like on my I'm not like counting. I'm not like, oh, I'm 14 years clean from heroin. Like I'm not like counting
Yeah,
anymore.
you're
It's
not
just
like
like,
one of those weirdos.
yeah, I'm 25 years sober.
Uh,
It's like, what?
that's so unnecessary.
Yeah,
Just like do it.
yeah, why are you still counting?
I know. It's like this idea of like Puritan culture. It's like you got to be right with the Lord or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like you're either doing it or you're not. You're sinning or you're not. You're heaven or hell. It's just very black and white, which I don't think is healthy because
yeah.
that's why a lot of people have schizophrenia.
I had to go to outpatient rehab for like 4 months because I got caught with heroin eventually. Um, eventually you get caught, but
Yeah.
I could never get into like the higher power thing. Like it didn't make sense to me. It's like they were like, you have to have a higher power, and I was
Uh,
like, what? This
I'm
didn't.
not that desperate.
Yeah, this didn't make sense when I was
I'm
eight
just bored.
in church. So it's not
Yeah.
gonna like.
Well, my higher power is the audience or the crowd or humanity.
See, that makes sense now, but I didn't have that. I
You
didn't
didn't
have
know
like
that was an
I didn't
option.
have the audience
My
option of
higher
an
power
yeah
is this open mic audience in
yeah my
Silmar.
higher power the laugh.
Is the pupusa lady outside
Yeah,
that guy's house. James was his name?
yeah, James Rios.
Yeah, he was so nice.
He still is. He came here a couple times. He still.
Oh,
I've
really?
never even talked to him that many times in LA. And every time he sees me, still he's so fucking nice. I'm like, man, this dude is he's a good
That's what
dude.
I think. All these fucking people in Austin that I fucking can't stand. If I saw them 10 years down the road in a airport, I'd be like, "Oh, hey."
Yeah, a lot of them say hi, but I know they're faking it.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. Austin seems kind of weird now.
clicky
Yeah, everyone wants to like get by with not being as funny. They want to get by with friendships.
friendships and personality.
Yeah. But hey,
Do what you got to
yeah.
do.
If
You know.
you're into comedy for friendship, you're gonna quit comedy soon because it's not the best place to make friends. There's plenty of other places to
That's what
make
someone
friends.
told me when I was like getting down on the shit. I was like, but I wish I want to be part of it more. But they were like, fuck that. You're not here to have fun. You're here to, I mean, you're here to have fun, but like, this is like, you're here to get better, not
Yeah, I'm
dick
here to
around.
like get better as an artist and like learn and grow. I'm not here to like
Yeah.
kiss ass and learn how to riff like a fucking
I can't
white person.
stay out drinking Lone Stars till 2 a.m. every night.
Yeah, unless
That's,
that's who you are. Like
yeah.
Keith Ray, I'm sure that he's having a great time doing
Love him.
that.
Love Keith.
I know that open mics are perfect for guys who are like drunk and that love that bar life because you're around bars all the time. Unfortunately, most people who do comedy look like us. They're like nerds.
Yeah.
They're like, what am I doing at a bar? I don't know how to interact with people.
Yeah. Just on my phone and fucking looking
Yeah.
around and
I think there'd be a lot more extroverted people if like people were chiller. I think there's a lot of negative energy, so then people are like more shut down.
yeah. There's a lot of fakeness here, but I try to stay out of it.
What do you mean by fakeness?
Just the people
Just like,
in
hey,
general.
how are you? You
Yeah.
got any shows I could be on?
Yeah. Stuff like that. But I don't want to talk too much shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I feel like I'm like mean enough to where people that are like that don't want to talk to me.
Yeah. I mean, I have my people that I talk shit to,
Yeah,
but
you have your friend group here. You have your own clique.
yeah.
The clique
I
that
get.
hates the other
I
clique.
guess I do. Yeah.
The clique that hates cliques.
True.
What clique is that? Who's your clique besides your girlfriend? Obviously.
Who do I like?
Who do
Um.
you like? That's a good question. I don't really like too many people.
I mean, I like the people I work. I like the most of the Vulcan dudes. They're all good people.
Yeah.
Monfort.
You work at Vulcan or?
I work at Sunset
Yeah.
part time,
I
kind
like
of.
Munford. Um, yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of great people. It's just it's hard for me to get along with some certain people because I'm in a very specific part of my life where I need certain things from people that I don't think they're ready to give me.
Yeah. What do you
Uh,
mean?
like maybe like just people that are chill and not like, too anxious or desperate, or that are like listeners, not people that are just big personalities that
Yeah.
just try to take over a whole conversation.
Yeah. I try to not be too desperate.
Yeah, you're definitely very chill, almost too chill.
I know it's a problem.
Yeah.
I'd be like this on stage, and I'm like,
Like I'm
I
fine.
need to
You guys
perk.
are freaking out.
Yeah, I need to perk the fuck up sometimes, but
I don't know if that's the answer.
not perk up, but like
Maybe a little more energy
a
or
little more, a tad more.
10 more. That's what you feel. I mean, that maybe that's part of your
I'm
thing
never gonna
is
start like swinging my
is
arms
like
around or anything, but
your constant uh
disdain.
your need to have a little more energy all the time is probably like, oh, this guy, has that thing where he thinks he needs more energy. Maybe that works for you.
Yeah,
Because if you think you need more energy, maybe it makes you more self-conscious or insecure or something.
true. I'm riddled with that. Comedy just like makes me insecure.
If you're quiet and you're confident, then people don't like that. But if you're quiet and insecure, they're like, oh, this guy just hates himself. But if you're quiet and confident, they're like, oh, this guy just hates me.
Yeah, I'm not too confident. I should be a little more confident. I'm working on it.
Why?
Why what?
Why be more confident? Why? I mean, I think the drive and striving to be more confident is probably good for you because then it keeps you moving and keeps you from stagnating and being like an arrogant poet or writer. But I don't think it's, I think, I think like this idea of like who we think we should be is like ridiculous. Like we should be like an
I agree.
agent.
I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. Like I'm just
Yeah.
me. Like I
Your
can't.
personality type is probably not great for a capitalistic society of money hungry, parasitic people,
Yeah,
but I think it's
I'm
a
not
good.
CEO material. Let's just say
No,
that.
you don't want to be CEO material. They don't make anything. They just take what other people make and then just repackage it.
True. I'm learning a lot about myself today.
I just,
This is
I
just
just,
therapy now. This is just
I'm talking to myself, really. I'm just trying to convince myself that I don't need to change, so I don't have to work on myself and I can just stagnate and lay around. But yeah, I mean, I find it hard to make friends in the scene.
yeah. Like there's certain people that I'm like comfortable talking to, and then there's other people that like I don't know how to have a conversation with them
Yeah.
and like
Some
carry
people
one.
are just too focused on success and
Yeah.
like I don't want to talk about that too much.
Yeah.
I'd rather be doing it.
It's all about like
Talking about is
shows and
having fun.
shit like that. It's like
Yeah,
let's
like,
not talk about comedy for 5 minutes.
and even if they do talk about like writing jokes and stuff, it's like, how do I get it better? I'm so worried about it. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know I can be like that too, but I think it's a good scene. I uh I think there's a lot that could be improved about it.
Like what?
Like a little more rigor, a little more like, hey, you gotta actually write jokes instead of just relying on, like being cute and quirky to get an audience to like you.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people love how they look and who they
Yeah.
are here,
I
which
agree.
I hate because I hate myself.
They think their personality is gonna sell it. It's like
Yeah,
you
I
still
think it's a
need,
southern thing.
yeah, you still need to have jokes and be
Yeah,
funny.
it's just like, look how cute I am. It's like, I'm not here to fuck anybody.
Yeah.
I'll go to a strip club.
Like, why are you dressed like that for this bar show?
And I'm mostly talking about dudes too, which is so fucking weird. When dudes are into their face, they take selfies and like usually dudes with beards. Like,
Yeah, like I mean, I'll take like a joke selfie, but I'm never like taking like a serious
yeah.
picture of myself. Like, oh, look at me at the lake. Like, no, like sticking my tongue out with a fucking stupid filter.
Something about a dude doing that. When a girl does that, it's like, oh yeah, of course we all want to see this. But when a dude does it, it's like there's no demand for this. The
Yeah,
only person that wants this is you.
yeah, less dude selfies.
Yeah, you should never take a picture of yourself as a dude. You should always be pointing outwards.
And then posting it of yourself, that's insane behavior.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't love your face that much. If you love your face that much, that's a tactical disadvantage.
You have to be like doing something like cool. Like like when you'll post a picture of yourself like flying a drone. It's like that's fine, but like you can't just like post a picture of yourself for no reason. Like
Yeah.
we don't need that.
No one wants to see a man. A man's use isn't physical or visual. It's, like things getting done, mechanical.
Like I don't even think dudes should be out with their shirts off in public. I think that's disgusting.
You should be doing it out of shame.
Yeah, like no, it's not fair because women can't do it because they'll get harassed. But like a dude can, I don't need to see your pecs. Like put your fucking chest away, you know?
But I think it's just utilitarian. You can tell who's doing it for what reason.
Yeah,
Like a homeless guy being shirtless,
that's yeah,
you can tell that he needs that. But like the way that guys look when they're shirtless. Oh, you're having to be looking at me?
that's crazy. You were looking at my chest, like
Yeah. It's like, don't do that. There's no end to that.
yeah.
There's no good ending. You're gonna be a male model. No one respects male models. They're like, okay, you look good. Now can you
No
change a
one
tire?
respects men. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everyone hates us.
Everyone loves what we do. No one loves who we are.
Yeah, you white straight piece of shit. Like I'm the minority here. I'm straight in Austin, and it's weird. Exactly.
Where are you hanging out?
What do you mean?
Why are you around so many gay, like
I just assume everyone here is bisexual because
liberals that are fucking each other all the time?
that's the vibe I got that everyone in Austin is bi.
I think it's scary to be in Austin because, like, you never know if someone's gonna shoot you for talking to a girl. It's like, that's my woman
You've
type
seen that?
thing. Have I seen it?
Have you seen anybody pull a gun out here?
No, I haven't seen anyone pull a gun out here besides online or something. But yeah, I mean, it's just like a very machismo culture, and it's not like California where it's like free love, man. I can talk to whoever I want. It's like that's my woman.
Yeah. Get away from her, boy.
Yeah. You want to read the chat?
Sure. What's it say?
It says, "Find God. Will do how though? Way less and bombs and chats than the Jerry U streams days. I mean, people saying it just to clarify. Well, that's pretty much it.
I saw my name. What did it say about me? Mario about to get something? Was up a little bit.
I don't think it matters, but you can find it.
I saw someone say, "Can we get something more interesting?"
This is a podcast, bitches. You want to watch Red Bull motorcycle jumps? Go watch that.
I'm sorry that we're not cool enough.
Have you ever changed a tire on a car? Yes, I've changed a tire on a car.
I can change a tire. I know how to change a tire.
I know how to change myself,
Yeah.
which is better than a tire. Yeah, I've changed a tire. I was in the U district in Seattle and I ran over a piece of glass in the parking lot and I had to change the tire to go home.
You can change it right there.
I changed it right there.
Nice.
So the instructions are right there.
That's man shit, dude. You're a man. Congratulations.
You have to know how to undo a bolt.
Sometimes they're rusted on though, and then you gotta call the fucking.
Yeah.
One time I got a flat tire and I had just got surgery for a hernia, so I couldn't loosen it up.
Yeah.
So I had to call the people, but that was the only time I couldn't change a tire.
I think that being able to do things physically is nice, but it's not really necessary. We should be able to, in a perfect world, just be handicapped and just float around. That's why when I'm in crosswalks, I don't feel bad because I'm like, I'm allowed to be handicapped. You're lucky that I'm able-bodied. I'm not gonna run. I'm just gonna walk.
Nice, you're one of those.
I'm gonna take my time. I mean, cars shouldn't exist on most roads anyways. It should be walkable communities.
Dude, I hate the drivers here. They're insane. It makes if I that's why I can't have a gun. I would point it at someone when I'm driving. Like my road rage is out of control here.
I mean, people here will see that you're changing lanes and then try to pass you.
Yeah, or they'll just cut you off for no reason, and then you beep and they flick you off, and it's like, what is
And then it
happening?
just starts.
I got cut off 3 times on the way here, and I was like fucking 10 minutes away. Like it never ends.
Yeah, I mean, people will take an advantage if they can. They will try to beat you.
Yeah.
It's a game, and it's like you're not supposed to be playing it,
Yeah.
and they're winning in this game that no one else is playing but them. And then
Apparent
if I see it, it makes me mad, and then I'm
apparently,
playing
like
the
I
game.
just don't know how to drive in Texas. Like I have to be more aggressive. So I think
Yeah,
I'm
they
just
want
gonna
you to go right up to the bumper.
yeah, I'm gonna start like driving like an asshole.
If you leave any room, someone's gonna take that spot in front of you.
Like I'll be going 90 on the highway in the left lane, and my girl will be like, "You need to go faster." I'm like, "There's cars behind you." I'm like, "I'm going
90.
90, and
I know.
they
People here don't drive a certain speed or they're not trying to get there at a certain time. They're just trying to drive faster than you.
yeah, it does.
So it doesn't
It's
matter
weird.
how fast you drive.
And
It's just you gotta want it
and the
more
people
than
that
other
are
people.
behind you in the 90,
It's like this is
there's no they're on your at like I don't
yeah.
it doesn't make any sense to me.
This isn't a good way to transport people, to get everyone in cars racing each other,
Yeah,
getting mad at each
let's
other
ride
at
each
90
other's
miles per
ass
hour.
and ride ass like in
We
fucking
know what route I-35. Everyone gets on I-35. Make that a fucking train. We know that people go up and down that shit. So fucking make it a train and then everyone can squeeze onto a fucking train. And you do the same route over and over again, less friction. You don't have to pay for like tire pressure and the wheels and the engine and the fucking axle. It's like get a train. Everyone's going this way. This is the busiest highway. Everyone gets on it to do anything.
don't they have one?
They have a light rail that goes like sideways and up and it's not a consistent schedule and no one rides it.
Everyone just needs a self-driving Tesla, and then we can
A train. Put it on a track.
okay, we'll give you your train
Why do you need a Tesla? That's like an
because
inefficient train.
they're fun. Have you driven one?
Yeah, I've driven a Tesla.
Of course you have. That was a dumb question.
I did it when I was broke. I haven't driven a Tesla since I became a Kill Tony regular.
Humble brag. How is being a regular? Is it still fun?
It's great. I mean, I'm doing this competition thing, which can be stressful, but I like it because it shuts people up. It's like, you think you could do better? People have tried.
Yeah.
All the golden ticket winners. I mean, I'm sure someone can do better, but I'm doing I've done 180 minutes.
You
I'm
keep
doing my 181st best set, and you're doing your third best set.
how much of those 180 minutes have you kept that you like
Probably
use?
like 40, 50, 30,
So
not even. There's a lot of stuff that's good, but most of it is
a lot of it's topical sometimes too. Not
some
a
of
lot,
it's
but
topical. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm like, well, this is all I got for this week. So I don't want to do that stuff. And some of it I work on, some of it I fall in and out of love with. It's just like any other bits.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I could definitely go back into my Kill Tony archive and figure out what I could say.
You still have them all. You keep everything.
I have a list of all the jokes that I've said, and I have like a gap, like right around the time right before I went to the mothership. There was like a 3 month gap where I wasn't writing it down, but it's online. I can always look at it, which is nice.
Yeah, I keep pretty good track of most of my stuff that I write. It's all written in notes. I don't have it in spreadsheets like you, but
It's in
it's
notes.
yeah, like in on the phone.
Yeah, I have it all in notes too. It's so much more convenient because you can read it all over and you don't have to like shuffle through things. You can just Google 2023 or 2017.
Yeah, I used to do the notebook, but then I kind of stopped writing in that because it's harder to edit and
Yeah.
it's annoying.
Yeah, and you can't just control F shit.
Yeah,
The good thing is that um you can always have it with you. You don't need a battery or whatever, but it's on the cloud for me, so
who are you going up against next?
nobody for now. I have a reprieve until my next bad set.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a dude that became a regular. I'm not saying I'm superhuman. I'm not saying I'm the funniest person in the world. I'm I like joke writing. I like performing for audiences. I like telling people what I think. I like, you know, getting up in front of an audience and saying stupid shit in front of them.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I don't want to be like a clown. I don't think I got into comedy from that angle. I'm more like a writer, a nerd that
Yeah,
started writing jokes.
I try to be, what's the word? Picky with the writing. Like I don't want to write about
Gay
anything
about
gay.
writing.
Yeah, I'm gay about it. I for sure over obsess about it.
You're a
And
size queen about
yeah,
jokes.
yeah.
I think it's good to be picky.
I think like I'm aware of what's like we all know what's like hacky and not good,
Yeah,
and I try to stay away from that as much as I can. And some people
yeah,
don't. They
yeah.
but that's my strategy. Don't be a hack. That's my what I'm trying to do.
That's good. You know, everyone has a different definition of hack. Um, I think, I mean, everything's been done before, but I think it's good to do things that, like, oh, everyone has talked about having a child, but, it's interesting to hear different people's perspective on having a child.
Yeah, I think Roseanne gave great advice on Kill Tony, and she said just talk about yourself. That's all you can do, and that's all I'm trying to do.
But isn't like airplane food being weird a part of yourself?
If you can make it funny, I
So
guess.
that's hack. You're willing to do that?
No, I wouldn't talk about airport food.
Really?
What are they
Even if you had a
saying?
great bid on it?
No, because I've seen someone do a 20-minute bit on airport food, and I was like, I don't want to do that. That's.
But they did it badly. Maybe you could do it well.
Do you have an airport food? You probably do.
No.
Well, maybe you should.
Airport food? I mean, if I have something great to say about it, I'll definitely talk about it. It's not like something that I'm not gonna ever talk about.
The best Popeyes I ever had was at the Atlanta airport,
Mm.
and then I went back to LA, and they don't know how to make Popeyes there. It was bad.
Yeah, they don't have enough Southern culture there.
Yeah, it was like all like black girls back there, just making
Yeah,
Popeyes with their long
they're
nails.
making it how they want to eat it.
Exactly, that's how everything should be made. But anyway,
Anyways, do you think food is an art? Like, ooh, I made a crunchy. They're gonna love how crunchy it is.
I think it's annoying how I think food has been done. Everything's done. Like there's these cooking shows that
What
are
about fusion, like Mexican and Korean tacos or whatever?
I just mean like there's like certain cooking shows where like they expect these people to like make something that has never been seen before, and it's like that's almost impossible to do with food. Now, I guess it's kind of possible, but it's like I hate oh, I just want to eat. I don't want it to be art,
Yeah.
but some of the higher end shit is cool. But
Yeah, I mean, I think
I used to be a
really
sous
depends on
I used to be a sous chef, so I'm
who
like
you're feeding.
scarred from the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
That
It's
was
cooking is like a weird mix of chemistry and like a factory job because
yeah,
you're just doing the same thing over and over again.
yeah, especially in LA, it was like all about food. Like you weren't even like I was a sous chef there and at like a couple fine dining restaurants, and you like weren't allowed to care about anything else but food. It was like
Yeah.
that had to be your
You have
life,
to
and it's
dedicate
like
yourself to
that
this
was
minimum wage
yeah,
entry level job.
that wasn't
Yeah, I
my
got into
jam.
food because everyone needs it.
Yeah, I mean I was salary, I made decent money, but like to not be able to talk about your other interests at work with the people you work with, it was like weird.
Yeah,
It's a
it's like an
weird,
office job. What's the
yeah,
point of working in a kitchen if you have to like pretend to be dedicated to the company?
especially like like Michelin level shit. It's like that had to be your life, and I wasn't.
Yeah. Well, that's an industry that's full of people that aren't really in it.
Yeah, they're just trying
So
to
they're just sick of those people.
make art out of food.
Yeah, it must suck if that's like your dream and your passion, and then like you're working with like a fucking teenager or like some dude that's like trying not to die.
Yeah, that was the worst part. Was like being good at my job, but having a 20-year-old that's like new tell me that their way is better.
Was it?
No, it never was.
Why were they bossing? Because they just like bossing people around.
Well, it got to a point where like you couldn't. like
It
be
became,
mean anymore.
yeah,
You couldn't like say,
it was
hey,
insistent.
you couldn't be like, hey, don't fucking do that again. That's wrong. Like this is the fifth time you've done that. Fucking stop. Like you had to like tiptoe around them and like be like sweet to them
Well,
to tell them that they're
really,
yeah.
Gordon Ramsay makes kitchens sound a lot more
Yeah,
cutthroat.
he was the last one to be able to do that.
It's
Like,
the
please
last
don't
one.
yell at me.
Everyone has a mental disorder now. You're
Yeah.
triggering my ADHD.
Yeah, you can't yell at anybody anymore. They're all pussies.
Back in my day, we used to be able to berate
Yeah.
line cooks.
I got berated. That's how I got better.
I
Oh, it works, but
got spanked alone, naked in the manager's supply closet.
Tonti, that's fucking wrong. Throw it away and make it again. And then you didn't fuck it up again after that.
Yeah, I think it's good to have standards. But yeah, I think kids nowadays, they just have too much confidence. They're like, oh, I know how to do this.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, let me play the role of cook.
That
Now, as a cook, I would be like this. It's like, no, start from zero. You're nothing. Build
well,
yourself up.
well also it's like one of the only industries that you don't have to have experience to like do.
Yeah.
They'll just like hire you if you don't know what you're doing. Like you can't do that. You can't go be a mechanic if you don't know how to work on a car.
Yeah, and food you're eating
Yeah, but they're like, "Oh, you've never
could
worked in a
poison
kitchen?
people.
You don't know how to dice an onion? Come on, we'll train you." It's like, "No, this is a fine dining restaurant. Like they need."
First, you're complaining that they're too strict and they want you to dedicate yourself. Now you're saying that they'll hire anyone. Which one is it?
Well, at first it was the first one, but then it got to a point where like they stopped caring a little bit.
Uh,
It was as the years went on.
so then you got the worst of both. You
Yeah,
got to experience the stringent
yeah, I got to see the
bullshit.
shift of
It should have been the other way around. It should have been like, oh yeah, we'll accept anyone. And then later on, it turns into we're a serious restaurant.
yeah. Well, it
But you
started
experience
serious.
it the opposite.
It started serious, and then they just gave us like assholes after a while, and like, here, this person doesn't know anything. Train
Give you
them.
assholes. Oh, like human beings that
Human
are
beings that,
shitty.
yeah, shitty
Thought you meant
asshole
like
people.
assholes.
Yeah.
Cook this.
Yeah, cook this pig's butthole.
Yeah, it's got so much hole in it. It's mostly whole.
I love a good hole.
Yeah, it's just empty. Put some asparagus and bacon in there. So, should we riff?
Sure. What do you want to riff about?
Let's riff about the minimum wage. How it should be higher.
You good?
No, I hurt my hand. This thing always pops up. I'm always playing with it too.
I think we should make. I need $50 an hour,
For what? When?
just in
Right
general,
now?
to survive.
Oh, really? Yeah. Then you could work like 17 hours a month.
I barely work as it is.
That's good.
Yeah.
You're still making it work.
Yeah. I mean, I work, but we don't work too much.
That's good.
Yeah.
Working is bad for you.
Yeah.
You're just giving your energy to some corporation that's going to use it to make more napkins.
And my boss is cool. I buy my weed off of him, so he's chill.
Okay. That's fun, I guess. Um, that's cool. So you don't work that much and you still how do you
I work 5 days a week, but it's slow right now. So while we're there, we're not doing much.
you live with your girlfriend?
Yeah,
So that helps. That's half off rent.
true. It's good work living with someone.
Yeah. Is it good emotionally?
Yeah, we're doing good.
That's good.
She's
My
cool.
girlfriend and I,
How's
our
that going?
biggest fight is probably who's gonna hang out with who. Are you coming over or am I coming over? So if we live together, there goes 50% of our arguments.
Exactly. Then you'll have a bunch of other shit to argue about.
I know. Then we can get to the root of it, what we really hate about each other,
Everything.
and nothing at the same time. It's a beautiful love. No, yeah, I mean, it's just like if I don't see her, then what's the point of having a girlfriend?
Yeah. But when
So,
I moved here, the plan was to get my own place, but I was gonna live with her for a little bit till I found a place, and then that just didn't happen.
that's perfect.
Yeah, it turned into just me living there.
Yeah, like what's the point of leaving? Do
Yeah,
you like being with a person and just getting really deep into one person?
Yeah.
Instead of like, you know how
Yeah,
in open mic days you go out and you meet all these different people and you have a little bit of yourself in every person.
what do you mean?
Like, oh, this is a person I talk to when I'm happy. This is a person I talk to when I'm talking shit about other comedians.
I
It's
mean, I
like,
still have a couple people that I talk to that aren't
obviously,
her, but like, cause like she gets annoyed with some of my shit, so I have other people that have to
what does she get annoyed by? Your shit talking and your constant low energy and
just the shit talking.
grumpiness.
The,
Oh, really? She doesn't
the
engage in shit talking?
she doesn't let me complain about comedy,
Why? Because she's like, you're lucky to be doing it at all.
basically, but she doesn't
That's good. Is it, you think it's a positive thing?
yeah, she won't feed into my negative.
Because you could get really lost in that
Yeah, I'll be like talking.
negativity.
Yeah, and she'll like bring me out of that and be like, just
Yeah.
stop. Like
And
it's
then you
no,
actually meet those people you're talking shit about, and they're like, "Oh, hey, it's good to see you," and all that just
yeah,
melts away. It's like, oh, I was
it's
just
just me
all in my
being
head.
fucking paranoid. Like
Yeah,
this person hates
sometimes.
me. They don't like me, and then I
Yeah.
see them and they're like, "What's up, dude?"
Sometimes it's just best not to think
Yeah,
about things. It doesn't help. Thinking is a very powerful tool, and if you use it on a place where there's no result or it's not going to result in anything, then it just coils up and you just waste time. It's like overclocking or overheating your computer
yeah, that's my
in a
problem. I just
recursive loop.
overthink and like I'll wake up in the middle of the night to take a shit, and then I can't fall back asleep because my fucking brain's like racing thinking about stupid
Like that
shit.
shit wasn't even big enough to wake up for. I'm not a real person. I'm not a real man. But yeah, I really like this podcast studio.
How long you been doing this here?
I mean, I've had it for like a year or two. That parking pass I gave you is expired. It's August.
Nice.
It's for July 31st. I gotta get a new one.
Am I
But
gonna get towed?
no, it's
Nice.
just they're probably gonna, unless someone calls it in.
They call it in
No,
often.
never.
These white.
People are chill. People shouldn't park on the street anyways. Super dangerous for everybody. I was on a street in
Is that
Austin.
is that because you got your van hit? Now you're like bitter against street parking.
No, I just think it's crazy. My friend has a joke. Eric Lundquist had a joke about how like you can, or maybe it was Andre Pegeron from Seattle, but he had a joke where he's like, you can just take up the most valuable real estate in a city, like the square footage for like 25 cents an hour. That shouldn't that shouldn't be
Do you pay for
given away
parking
that
here?
much. I never pay for parking here.
Me neither. I've gotten a ticket once.
I saw people ticketing and then I paid for it right in front of tiniest bar,
I
which
saw
is pretty
ticketers.
big. It's a pretty big bar. Tiniest bar. They got a big backyard.
Yeah, but the actual bar is like
Yeah. Well, don't they have a bar
tiny.
outside?
No, it's just seats.
Uh, well, they should have a bar outside. But is that their thing? Is their inability to serve multiple customers?
Yeah,
That's their business model.
it's just one guy in the back, like in a no AC, just a little,
Overworked,
yeah,
overstressed.
in a little sweaty box, like just sitting there.
That's fun. I hope he enjoys it.
What's your favorite thing about Austin?
Probably the lack of competition and the lower standard of quality in comedy. No, my favorite part is the opportunity, obviously. My favorite part is, you know, like how it's a new scene. It's not got all that baggage from New York and LA. They're not like all into cheating to get ahead.
Yeah,
They're actually interested in comedy. And I think like Joe Rogan moving here and Tony Hinchcliffe moving here, I think it's great because it takes like the best part of LA, puts it here, then everyone else falls in line to serve comedy because those guys are comedy. They're not suits. They're not interested in making a commercial with you or selling the rights to your image so that they can make, you know, napkins branded with your face on it. They're just interested in comedy. So from the top down, it's all comedy. So then the only thing people here care about is comedy. They're not looking to be actors or whatever.
yeah.
That's what I like
They all
about it.
just want to work at Mothership. Like
Yeah.
that's the
They
goal.
want to sell their torso space, real estate, so they
Yeah,
can have a
please let me.
please brand me
I want to
with
wear the
your
hoodie outside of work.
99-degree weather. Yeah, I think it's a great place, obviously, the mothership. Um I guess I think it's it's like the perfect place to just start anew instead of like with all that baggage of LA and New York.
Yeah.
No like old guards. All the old guards are like off to the side. They don't even care. They didn't really like comedy. And the people that really like comedy are part of the new scene now.
Yeah, there's like old Austin comics. Like I
Yeah.
don't even know what that means really, but does that mean like the people that were here before the pandemic?
Yeah. The scene that would have been here if Joe Rogan didn't move here.
But he scooped in and it's like, hey,
It would have been like any other city.
yeah,
All the liberals quit because they didn't really care. They just wanted a place to like be weak with
yeah,
other people at. And then the people that actually do comedy and like comedy would have had like a small scene starting over with little bar shows here and there. Would have been like Portland or whatever, but now it's a supercharged city. There's like industry and there's like business here. Like we make money.
yeah.
That's amazing, I think.
People are like traveling here for it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The financial structure is so much better here than anywhere else. They pay comedians nothing anywhere else.
Yeah, I have a friend that just moved here from a comedy store and he was like, I have to come here just because it's more, you know?
Yeah. It's like comedy doesn't have to come from depressing, shitty places. That's just where it comes from because that's where all the power congregates
Yeah,
and pools. But yeah, you could write comedy from anywhere. Dave Chappelle lives in Ohio. Gabriel Rutledge, who's an amazing comedian, lives in Olympia for no fucking reason. But he's amazing and he's writing new material all the time. He lives in the middle of nowhere. I don't think location is as important nowadays. Back in the day, they could control you. They'd be like, "You want to move to the big city? Now we can tell you what to do and shit." Now they don't have that power. Now it can just be about comedy and let's see who's really good at it and whether we really like hearing each other talk or not.
yeah, that's what I like about here. It's kind of like, are you funny or not? And
Yeah.
it's like weeding people. It's not really weeding them out. They're still coming back. But
Yeah, comedians are hard to discourage
yeah, you could tell
because
them don't ever come back and sign up again, and they still come back.
yeah, they're resilient. They're a little barnacle because their personality is their only savior. If you tell them their personality is bad, they're like, well, then I'm either gonna kill myself or keep going. So that's the brutal thing about comedy. It's like we don't like you, what you think is funny, who you are. It's like you're putting your personality on the line. Like physically, you're like, oh, this guy beat me in tennis. Who cares? I'm still a great father.
Yeah,
But then if you're a bad comedian, you're like, your kids probably hate you because your sense of humor sucks.
yeah, we got a lot of those here.
Fathers.
Bad comedians.
Bad. I haven't been to open mics in a while. I should go check out the bad comedians.
You don't need to.
Where are you going tonight? What's
Um,
the
I'm
what's the hot spot?
going to dinner tonight.
Oh, you're not doing what if you weren't going to dinner?
Probably secret show. Couple mics.
What mics?
That's on Thursday. The Thursday ones are weird because they're all outside, and it's like I fucking hate those.
Why? Why are we doing this still?
I don't know.
Is this like a vestigial
Well,
memory?
it's like they're out. They're like half indoor. Like the place that they're at, it's like a patio, but like it's covered, but like it's not covered. So it's like it's half outside. Like the
Wait, Buzzmill?
kind of like that, or like the inside of like Narbar. It's like there's the back area that's like enclosed, but there's no roof, so it's like you're
Hmm.
outside still. I don't know.
I hate Lucky Duck.
I'm,
Everyone loves Lucky Duck, but
I've never been to that mic once.
why?
I just haven't been free on Wednesday nights. I
Really?
usually work.
I mean, I love Alden. I think he runs a great mic. I think that's what you need. I mean, I don't think like the fart noises are the best, but that's what keeps the show going. I just hate that the staff there hate comedy. They don't help out at all. They leave the TV on, which I think hurts the comedy a lot.
Yeah, there's a few places like that where the mic it's like secondary. It's
Yeah.
happening, but they're still doing their thing.
There's stupid douchebags, jock people that constantly want to be distracted by people running around and doing crazy shit on ESPN. They don't know how to be in the moment. They don't know how to actually listen to someone, and they don't like people. They just want to watch TV and do cocaine and hang out with douchebags that, will rile them up.
Dude, they love cocaine here.
Yeah.
They're like too casual about it.
I mean, it's the oil of drugs.
Yeah.
It's a short,
Like
it's bad for the environment. It gets you a short little rush of high.
I like the idea of cocaine,
It destroys
but
people.
doing it, once I do it, I'm like, I shouldn't have did that. But like I
I
like
like the fact that you can sniff something and feel different. I just wish it wasn't cocaine. I wish there was something healthier.
yeah, I wish it was heroin.
Is heroin not that bad? Because everyone says heroin is so bad.
I mean,
It's so good that it's bad.
yeah, it's like it's you'll probably get hooked on it,
That's good.
would be my guess.
If
If you
we ain't
did it.
hooked on it.
Maybe if you I think if you snorted it, you would have a chance to not get hooked, but if you shoot it, you're gonna get hooked.
Well, you want to end this right now?
Sure.
Okay, we can go back later if we want. Thank you guys.
Bye.
I don't know when it actually ends.